That was Jim Carrey having a little fun with Natalie at the news desk. And then there was Matt this morning. And the music, of course, came as well with it. Jim's got a new movie out this morning. Go take a look at this.
Comes up to talk about his new movie.
This is not news.
I know.
This is not news. It may be news, actually.
You know,
now it's news.
You make news no matter where you go. I'm telling you, you've got a new movie out.
The spanking made it news.
That's exactly right. It's going to be on YouTube. It probably already has.
It's everywhere.
You're here actually to talk about this new movie. It's called Mr. Popper's Penguins, right? And you play
MPP.
this.
You down with MPP? You know me.
That's right. You're the successful Manhattan real estate broker, and your life changes suddenly when you inherit 6 adorably persistent penguins.
Yes.
What is it with you and animals?
I like animals. I like animals. They like me, apparently.
Yeah, they do.
And but especially penguins. I've always loved penguins because it's just like Steve Martin says, you can't, be unhappy when someone's playing a banjo. Well, the same goes for penguins. They come into a room, you drop all your angst, everything goes away.
That's right.
Freedom from concern.
Yeah,
that's what I'm about.
You're kind of like a penguin in that way.
Yeah, I'm kind of like a penguin in that way. And they're magic.
Yes.
They're magic penguins. Yeah. If you rub their bellies, you get your dreams come true. Yeah, my dream was always to be pecked mercilessly. So
that really happened.
It happened right away.
Because
these
are not made up, computer graphics. These are real penguins with all that entails.
There's some CG penguins in there, just the ones that are like solving Rubik's cubes and things like that. You can kind of tell them apart. But for the most part, I chose the live penguins.
They don't smell like flowers, though, Jim.
They're a little stinky, but not too bad. But they were interrupting takes anyway, so I might as well have them on the set. You know what I mean? They're in the same facility, and every once in a while I'd be in the middle of a line. We have to have a meeting with Ben. They're like the ultimate heckler,
They're all, look at that scene. Anyway, we should probably tell people this movie is based on a very well-read book. It's about a guy who at first resists the idea of getting penguins as a gift from his father, who was kind of been absent.
Father.
Right, his father sends him. He's an explorer in Antarctica, and he sends him these flowers. They make his family happy, so he suddenly turns around. So we want to show people.
He can't get rid of them. Basically, he wants to get rid of them so badly, but then his kids take a shine to him, and it starts to bring him closer to his kids than he's ever been before. So he then starts to fall in love with them.
Okay, and here's a clip of how he's now becoming fond of the penguins.
Wait. There are the open ice. Oh, Crosby, there's another potato. Here, Crosby, back check. Oh, sorry. Mom, place is coming together, huh?
The thing about it is, it's often been said that you should not work with animals or children. And in this one, you work with, they're scene stealers, but were there times when you actually wanted to just go put your head in an ice bucket? I mean, sometimes didn't you want to kind of go, get me out of here?
I love it. I love to be spontaneous. So, if something's going to throw me off the track of what I was actually thinking about, that's fine with me. So, yeah, it's great.
And that happened a lot with this.
I love it. Like the scene at the dinner table where the penguins just just annihilated the fish on the dinner table, and they were supposed to sit in their seats and eat off it, but they were kept at bay by broomsticks. About 8 inches away from sardines, for about 2 minutes while they're waiting for the take. And by the time they pulled those out, they just went crazy. And I was sitting there going, yes.
So how much of this then of the movie do you think is stuff that you sort of threw in because you're reacting to this ever-changing environment?
Well, this happens to me all the time. People think it's all written out and stuff, and certainly we do a lot of writing ahead of time, but invariably it ends up ideas come at the last second or whatever, and the director will say, Jim does something funny. And so I'm standing there on the set going, okay, this is where the rubber meets the road.
And there was, I think, a especially celebrated moment. I wonder if this was something that came spontaneous to your Jimmy Stewart moment.
Yeah, I'm a big Jimmy Stewart fan.
Yeah.
Love Jimmy Stewart.
So how did he emerge in this movie?
Well, he was the guy that my character was trying to emulate in order to kind of trick Van Gundy into giving him what he wanted. So he was using it as a manipulation. There's nothing. So you've got me, you've got penguins, you've got Jimmy Stewart. What do you want? What else do you want? What do I got to do? No, Jimmy, he's just so sweet that you kind of just have to give it to him. Yeah. Whatever he wants. His perk package got completely out of control because no one could say no. I mean, how do you say no to this guy?
Nobody can say no to either Jimmy or to you. And I also want to mention that you are also very focused, apart from the movie, very focused
on Anthony Weiner, yes.
No, on the news. I wasn't going to bring up Anthony. I was going to say the news. You pay attention to but what about Anthony Weiner?
Well, here's the thing. Everybody's talking about all this texting and the sexting and the whatever that's going on. But no one's noticing how odd it is that he has the body of a beefcake-like workout dude and the head of a fly. It's just weird to me.
On that note, we better leave it.
It's like Jeff Goldblum. Jeff, hey, dude, you're a nerd.
Mr. Popper's opens tomorrow.